Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the third class in the PN junction diodes. In the previous classes we discussed about the P-type material formation, N-type material formation and PN junction formation. Today we are going to discuss further about the PN junction diode. So objectives of this class is, so on completion of this, we would able to understand PN junction forward diode, or that is a PN junction diode forward bias. That is nothing but a FB, PN junction diode forward bias. So next we are going to discuss about the working of diode under forward bias condition. So the meaning is, what is the PN junction diode forward bias and how the PN junction diode is working under the forward bias condition. Next we try to discuss about the PN junction diode with reverse bias and how PN junction diode is working under the reverse bias condition. And next we try to discuss about the different current components in the forward bias and reverse bias of the PN junction diode. So now we try to discuss about the forward bias of the PN junction diode. Actually, what is meaning of biasing? We need to know what is the meaning of biasing. Biasing means applying the external DC voltage is called as the biasing. What we are doing is we are applying external DC supply to the device in order to know the behavior of our device. That is the PN junction diode. In order to know the behavior of the PN junction diode, we are applying the external DC voltage. That DC voltage is called as biasing. So here two biasings are there. Why we having the two biasing means the P-type material, N-type material, that is a PN junction having the two diodes, that is the two electrodes. First one is the cathode, second one is the anode, or positive terminal or negative terminal is there. If you interchange the direction of the DC supply, the device also having the different working operations. So for that we need to having the two types of biasing. First biasing is the forward biasing. Here you can see the PN junction diode, P-type material, N-type material. In the middle we may having the junction, and for the P-type we having the positive terminal is there, N-type we having the negative terminal. So that gives the forward biasing. The meaning is the battery positive voltage is applied to the P-type and battery negative terminal is applied to the N-type material. So this type of condition is called as the forward biasing. Forward biasing. One another important one is why the PN junction device is called as a diode. Diode means dielectrode. Two electrodes. The device having the two terminals are there, two electrodes are there. That's why in the short form the device is indicated as diode, dielectrode. Coming to our forward biasing. So what is the working of PN junction diode under forward bias? You can see what happening here. So without forward biasing, what happened means, without applying the biasing, in the last class we discussed about how the junction barrier is formed. How the junction is formed. So what happened means in the P-type material we having the more number of holes are there and immovable and negative ions are there in the p side, and in the n side we having the free more number of free electrons are there and immovable positive ions are there. What happen means whenever junction forms, the electrons of the n type is moved towards to the p type material. When the electron and holes combines, they recombine and they goes to the they eliminate the charges at the junction. So again from the p-type n-type material, electrons are try to enter into the p-type material, but p-type we having the immovable negative charge ions are there. So these immovable ion charges are act as a barrier, so that negative charge try to oppose the entry of the electrons into the p type material. Same way, n type side having the positive potential barrier and it opposes the holes to come into the n-type material. So like this, these two potential barriers make the potential barrier voltage, so that there is no passage of the electron from the junction. So now the PN junction is act as a open circuit. So whenever we apply the forward bias, what happens means inside is pressurized with the electrons, p side is pressurized with the holes, or you can say that the p side is attracts the electron. So what happen means inside electrons are try to move towards the junction. The junction barrier is overcome by applying the positive voltage and this biasing. So what happens means the junction will be junction breaks and electrons are moved through the PN junction diode. So this is called as a working of the PN junction diode. So what we are doing is an extent battery applied with the positive on P side and negative on N side. What we are doing is by using an external battery, we apply the positive voltage on P side, negative voltage on N side. The holes on P side repelled from the positive bias. The holes on P side repelled from the positive bias. The electrons on N side repelled from the negative bias. The majority charge carriers driven towards the junction. The holes and the electrons are driven toward the junction. The majority charge carriers driven towards the junction. So the meaning is the holes are come from the p side and then electrons are come from the negative side towards the junction. What happens? This results in reduction of the depletion layer. So whenever they are moving towards the junction is nothing but a depletion layer without having any charge carriers. What happens is this results in reduction of depletion layer width and barrier potential. As the applied bias steadily increases, that is let's say a positive voltage or something external voltage is applied is steadily increased from the 0 onwards, the majority charge carriers attempts to cross the junction. The majority charge carriers attempts to cross the junction. So what happens? Holes from the P side flow across to the negative terminal on the N side and electrons from N side flow across to the positive terminal on the P side. As the external bias exceeds the junction barrier potential, as the external bias voltage exceeds the junction barrier potential, 0.3 volts for germanium, 0.7 volt for silicon, the current starts to increase at an exponential rate. At the external bias exceeds the junction barrier potential 0.3 volts for germanium, 0.7 volt for silicon. The current starts to increase at an exponential rate. Now, a little increase in forward bias will cause steep rise in majority current. Now a little increase in forward bias will cause steep rise in majority current. The meaning is, if you increase some more voltage, a small voltage, the current will be increases. Like this, the current will be passes through the PN junction diode. The device simply behaves as a low resistance path. That is short circuit, you can say in simple way. The device simply behaves as a low resistance path. So what are the features of this forward bias? Means the diode behaves as a low resistor. The current is mainly due to the flow of majority carriers across the junction. Why the current is flowing means because of the majority carriers cross the junction. Potential barrier and the depletion layer is reduced. Potential barrier and the depletion layer is reduced. So now you can see the current components in the P section and N region. The total current anywhere in the device is constant. The total current in the device is constant. Just outside the depletion region, it is due to the diffusion of minority carriers. So you can see the current components. Now we try to discuss about the PN junction diode reverse bias. So you can see the diagram. What we are doing is P type is connected to the negative terminal, N type is connected to the positive terminal. So this is called as a PN junction diode with reverse bias. What happens when we applied the reverse bias to the PN junction diode? So what happened? The depletion layer is increases. When we applied this, what happens? The depletion layer is increases. Why? Because you can see the diagram. The negative terminal of the battery is attracts the holes toward the battery only. The positive terminal of this entire material is attracts electrons toward the battery, so that the number of free charge carriers at the junction is decreases and the depletion layer is increases, so that there is no current flow through the junction. So this connection may called high resistance region, and it may act as a open circuit. The diode in the open circuit, you can say like that. You can see the operation of the PN junction working under reverse bias condition. So external bias voltage in detail we try to discuss. External bias voltage applied with positive on N side, negative on P side. The reverse bias aids the internal field. The majority carriers, that is holes on P side, the electrons on N side, attracted by the negative and positive terminal of the supply respectively. So this widens the depletion layer width and strengthens the barrier potential. When the free charge carriers attracted towards the terminal of the battery, what happens? The charge carriers are eliminated at the junction, so that the depletion layer is widened and the barrier potential is increases. Few whole electron pairs are created due to thermal agitation. As a result, small current flows across the junction called as reverse saturation current. Microamps for germanium, nanoamps for silicon. Like that, in general we can say is that almost all zero reverse saturation current. then the diode is behaves as a high impedance element. The diode is behaves as a open circuit. High impedance means high resistance. It have high resistance mean generally we can call it as a open circuit. So further rise in the reverse bias. After again if you wanted to increase the reverse bias, what happened means the reverse bias causes the collapse of the junction barrier. Collapse of the junction barrier called the breakdown of the diode. Collapse of the junction barrier and called the breakdown of the diode. Diode will be breaks there. This causes sudden increase in flow of carriers across the junction and causes abrupt increase in the current, and it damages to the device. Further rise in reverse bias causes the collapse of the junction barrier called breakdown of the diode. Whenever the diode will be breaks, this junction causes sudden increase in the flow of carriers across the junction and causes abrupt increase in the current. So what we discuss here is forward bias of PN junction, working of PN junction in the forward bias, current component of the PN junction diode forward bias, and working diode of under forward bias condition, and the current components in the reverse bias until we discuss. Now we try to discuss further about the PN junction diode. So now we try to discuss about the what are the PN junction properties. PN junction diode junction properties. We try to discuss about the junction properties and VI characteristics of PN junction diode. VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Forward and reverse resistance. Forward and reverse resistance. So what is the PN junction diode? What are the PN junction property? You can see the PN junction diode. P doped material left side, N doped material right side. What we have? Neutral region we having the space charge region. What is the meaning of space charge? Means here we don't having any free electrons, only we having the ions. We have the P side we having the negative immovable ions, N side we having the positive immovable ions. So what happened means electron having the high potential energy this side, and N side we having the more number of holes. We have more number of holes in the P side, more number of electrons in the N side. So what we need to do? So what are the differences there? You can see the junction contains immovable ions, that is this region is depleted of mobile charges. Already you know what at the junction contains the immovable ions, that is this region is depleted of mobile charges. Once the mobile ions are recombined, what happens at the junction place? We don't having any mobile charges. Without mobile charges, we don't having any current passing through the device. This region is called the depletion region. What we are saying that the region is called the depletion region, the space charge region, or transition region. Depletion means we are depleted the charge carrier. Space charge means there are we don't having the space charge. And the order of this junction is 1 micron width. Order of this junction is 1 micron width, and the cut-in voltage, the junction breaking voltage in the forward bias is 0.3 volts for silicon, zero point 0.6 volts for 0.3 volts for germanium, 0.6 volt for silicon. 0.3 is very small voltage for germanium, 0.6 is somewhat high voltage for silicon. The reverse saturation current doubles for every 10 degrees Celsius rise in the temperature. In the reverse bias, we may having the reverse saturation current. The property of the reverse saturation current is if the temperature rise 10 degrees centigrade, for every 10 degrees centigrade rise, the reverse saturation, that is the leakage current, doubles. The saturation current is doubles for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in the temperature. Forward resistance in the order of ohms, the reverse resistance is in the order of mega ohms. The meaning is, in the forward bias, the device offers the ohm, and the reverse bias, it offers the resistance value of mega resistance in the order of mega ohms. The transition region increases with reverse bias. This region also considered as a variable capacitor and known as a transition capacitance. The meaning is, in the reverse bias, whenever the bias increases, the transition region increases with the reverse bias. This region is also called as a variable capacitor. The meaning is, the width of the material is increases. You can say that the depletion means the dielectric material strength increasing and decreasing. By using this property, we may use as a variable capacitor. You can see the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. The forward bias current flow is proportional to the e power, formula is there, e power I naught into e power VA by V reference minus 1, due to the exponential delay of carriers into the majority carriers band. Reverse saturation current, you can see current flow is constant due to thermally generated carriers swept out by E field in the depletion region. So the characteristics of PN junction diode is like that: V I in the forward bias, V I naught, and V in the reverse bias. You can see the forward bias how it is like this. We have the forward bias, and we have the cut-in voltage and the breakdown voltage, that is reverse saturation current. So this is about the VI characteristics of the PN junction diode. So in the forward bias, we have in the milliamps current. In the reverse bias, we have in the macroamps current. The voltage, external voltage in the forward and reverse bias is volts only. So now we can see the diode equation. I equal to I naught into e power q v by neta kt minus 1. Neta is known as the diode ideality factor. Now we try to see diode current expression for that. The expression for the diode current is I equal to I naught into e power v by neta vt minus 1, where I naught, you know that reverse saturation current, V is the applied voltage, Vt is the voltage equivalent temperature. That is the temperature by 11,600, and N is equal to 1 for germanium and N is equal to 2 for silicon. So we get the this type of value. So this is the diode current equation. Now we try to discuss about the resistance calculation. How we calculate the resistance, forward bias and reverse bias. We can take the resistance is nothing but voltage by current. We need to take the voltages in the forward bias and the currents in the forward bias, and the ratio of the voltage by current is nothing but a resistance. You can see delta voltage and delta current, so that gives the delta, that is the change in the reverse current by change in current. The calculation is forward bias is dynamic resistance is delta V by delta I, where delta V, delta R, I are incremental voltage and current caused on the forward bias characteristics. That is called as a dynamic resistance. We can also say that static resistance, Vf by If, a single point where Vf, If are voltage and current values are forward characteristics. Reverse resistance current, you may have that, that is the static resistance, that is a VR by IR, that is a ohms, where VR, IR are voltage and current values and reverse characteristics. So what we discussed is understand the junction properties, know the VI characteristics of PN junction diode, calculate the forward bias and reverse bias resistances we discussed in this class. So now we try to discuss another one is diode variants, diode numbering, identification of leads, specifications of the diode, applications of the diode we try to discuss. So now we come at the conclusion session that what are the different diode variants we have, how we can know the diode numbering, how we can identify the leads, and what are the specifications of the diode and applications of the diode we try to discuss. So diode variants, we may have diode variants like this. So many types are there. Rectifier diodes we have. These diodes are used for AC to DC conversion over voltage protection, and signal diodes also there. So what are the different diodes we may have? In the next classes we may discuss detail about these diodes, but we try to discuss these diodes, what are the importance here. Rectifier diodes, signal diodes, Zener diode, varactor diode, like this we having the different diodes. These diodes are used for AC to DC conversion, and for over voltage protection we are using the rectifier diodes. Signal diodes are used for detection of signals in AM FM receivers. In AM FM receivers, in order to detect the signal we use the signal diodes. The next one is the Zener diode. This Zener diode is used as the voltage regulation purpose. To regulate the voltage we are using the Zener diode. Varactor diode or variable capacitance. These diodes are used for electronic tuning commonly used in the TV receivers. These varactor diodes are used in the TV receivers. We are having the light emitting diodes, display light source in fiber optic communication. Photodiodes we have, these are used for the light detectors in fiber optic communication. Tunnel diode is generally used for the negative resistance region. Negative resistance for microwave isolations. Next one is the gun diode. Gun diodes are used for the microwave oscillator. Schottky diode also there. So this diode used for the high speed logic circuit. We use for the high speed we use the Schottky diode. So these are the different diodes. You can see the diode variants. Semiconductor diodes, different symbols are there. How they are, you can see. So these are the symbols of the diodes, different symbols of the diodes. So how we can know the diode numbering also we try to see. The first standard is EIA JEDEC. The meaning is, in this approach, the semiconductor devices are identified with no number of junction. What number of junction we have? By using that, we use this type of numbering. In 1N series, single junction devices. 1N means single junction, and that's why we call the 1N4001, 1N3020. The meaning is, one junction is there, single junction devices such as PN junction diode. Example is 1N4001, 1N3020. The next one is the 2N series, two junction devices such as the transistor. So that's why we can say the 2N junction devices, transistor 2N2102, and like that we have in the 2N series. EIA means Electronic Industries Association. JDEC means Joint Electronic Engineering Council. Joint Electronic, we can say the JEC, Joint Electronic Engineering Council. So this is called the first standard. So the second standard we may have like this. The second standard, in this method, devices given with alphanumeric codes, and each alphabet has a specific information which tells about the application material of fabrication. So this second standard also important. What it indicates that in the second method, devices given with alphanumeric codes, and each alphabet has a specific information which tells about application material of fabrication. The first letters you can see material, first letter material. A for germanium, B for silicon, R for gallium arsenide, and R for compound material, that is the cadmium sulfate. This is the first letter. Second letter for a device type and function is A is the diode, B is the varactor, C for AF low power transistor, D for AF low power transistor, E for tunnel diode, F for high power low power transistor, L for power transistor, S for switching transistor, R for thyristor, Y for power device, Z for GNR. So like this symbol indicates the device type and function. Device type and function. A for the diode, B for the varactor, C for the audio frequency low power transistor, D for the audio frequency power transistor, E for the tunnel diode, F for the high frequency low power transistor, L for the high frequency power transistor, S for the switching transistor, R for the thyristor or triac, Y for the power device, Z for the GNR. So like this, first letter, second letter completed. Third letter gives the tolerance. So you can see A, B, C, D means 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%. Like this we having the tolerance is there. For example, you can see AC1 to 8. The first letter A gives the material germanium. C gives the AF low power transistor. C gives the AF low power transistor BC149. B gives the silicon. C gives the AF low power transistor. So you can see like that we may have in the second letter we may have like that. You can see that. So CF means AF low power transistor. That is a number. The first we may have like this. The first we may have the first letter we have material germanium, silicon, gallium arsenide and component material. And next we have second letter A. The numbers are there. third letter we have like this percentage. So like this we having the B by 114 means B is the silicon, Y means crystal diode. That is the meaning. B is a silicon, Y means crystal diode. BZC means B means silicon, Z means Zener diode, and 6.3 is Zener voltage silicon rectifier diode. Like this we having the different names are there. Next we try to discuss about the lead identification. How we can identify the leads? Commonly the cathode is defined with a band marking, a dot marking, or with a rounded edge. So like this we may have like this one, a band marking, a black band marking is there, a dot marking is there, or with a rounded edge is there in order to identify the cathode. Anode. Cathode means which attracts the cations, that is a anode means which attracts the anions, that is the positive terminal. Cathode means negative terminal. So now we try to discuss about the specifications of the PN junction diode. We may have specification like this. Peak inverse voltage. What is the peak inverse voltage? Peak inverse voltage means it is the maximum voltage in the reverse bias the diode can survive. It is a maximum voltage which a diode can survive under reverse bias conditions. That is called as a peak inverse voltage. Beyond the peak inverse voltage, if we apply the reverse voltage, the diode may goes into damage. So next one is the maximum forward current. What is the meaning of maximum forward current? So what amount of maximum current will be flow through the diode? So it is the maximum current that can flow through the diode. It is the maximum current that can flow through the diode under forward bias condition. Under forward bias condition, so that is called as a forward current. Next one is the reverse saturation current. This is the amount of current flow through the diode under reverse bias condition. This is the maximum amount of current flow through the diode under reverse condition is called as a saturation current. We need to have, these are the important one, peak inverse voltage, and next one is the maximum forward current and reverse saturation current. The next one is the maximum power rating. What is the meaning of maximum power rating? Maximum power rating means, so what maximum power that can be dissipated in the diode. So this is nothing but a maximum power that can be dissipated in the diode is called as the maximum power rating. Operating temperature. So in what temperature it is operated, that is also important. Operating temperature, the range of temperature over which diode can be operated. The range of temperature over which the diode can be operated. What are the different temperature ranges over which the diode can be operated? That is called as a operating temperature. The next we try to discuss about the applications. What are the applications of the PN junction diode? The PN junction diode used as the rectifier circuit for AC to DC conversion, you can say. AC to DC conversion. AC to DC conversion means generally our power generation in the form of the AC. From the power generation station, we get the AC power. So our applications are work with the DC. Electronic devices are work with the DC. So that we need to convert the AC voltage into DC voltage. At that place we use the PN junction diode. We use this PN junction diode. What it is doing is, the PN junction diode is a unidirectional device. What is the meaning of unidirectional means? The forward bias, it is act as a short circuit. In the reverse bias, it is act as a open circuit. So what we are doing is we only allows the one directional signal. Like that, we convert the AC to DC conversion. This is a very important application of the PN junction diode in every charger, in every charging device, that is to charge the mobiles, to charge the laptops, and anyway we use the AC to DC conversion, that is called as a rectification. Second one is the over voltage protection circuits. Over voltage means for the electronic devices and costly electronic devices may damage into the over spikes or over fluctuation in the power supply. So in order to avoid this fluctuation, we use the voltage regulators. So the meaning is, if the fluctuation is comes also, the device gives a constant voltage to our appliances, so that the device may not goes into, the device does not makes the damage. So that type of circuits are called as a over voltage protection circuit. That is nothing but a voltage regulator circuit. In that also we are using the diodes. Limiter clamping voltage doubler circuits. Limiter means for the limiting the voltage, for the limiting a voltage, clamping. So in order to clamp the voltage, that is introducing another level, also we use this p type PN junction diode. Voltage doubler circuits, we use this diodes. The next one is the signal detector, signal detectors in AM and AF receiver. In the AM and AF receivers, we use the PN junction diode. The next one is the transistor. In transistor bias compensation networks, these diodes are used in the transistor bias compensation network. Also we use this one. Next one is the digital logic gates. In the digital logic gates also we use the PN junction diodes. These are the different applications of the PN junction diode. Rectifier circuits for AC to DC conversion, over voltage protection circuit, limiter clamping voltage doubler circuits, signal detectors in AM FM receivers, and also used in the transistor bias compensation networks. And next one is the digital logic gates. So many applications are there. So this is the introduction of the PN junction. So we are giving some of the application. In the next classes we try to discuss about these applications, how the PN junction diode is using, how that PN junction is behaving in that applications, why we are achieving the applications of all these things by using the PN junction diode. We try to discuss in the other class. So now we discuss about what we discussed about the in the previous session. In this session, what we discussed is we discussed about the diode variants. We discussed about the diode numbering, identification of leads, specifications, and applications. We discussed in this class. Once we try to recall in the total class, in this 1 hour class, what we discussed, we try to summarize them. The first what we discussed is, we discussed about the PN junction diode forward biasing and reverse biasing. How we can connect in the forward bias, how we connect in the reverse bias, and how the PN junction is worked in the forward bias, and how the PN junction is worked in the reverse bias. In the forward bias, the junction depletion layer width is decreases and current is passes. It offers the low resistance in the forward bias. In the reverse bias, depletion layer width is increases and the potential barrier increases, resistance of the junction will be increases. So we discussed about this forward bias and reverse bias. Next we discussed about the junction properties. Next we discussed about the junction properties. So what are the junction properties? How the junction is behaving? So what is there in the junction? So we discussed about the at the junction forward bias, what happens? At the junction reverse bias, what happens? How the junction will be break at the 0.3 volts, the forward bias for the for the germanium, 0.7 volts for the silicon to break the junction in the forward bias. After discussing about the junction properties, we discussed about the different variants of the diodes. What are the different diodes? PN junction diode, PN junction diode, Zener diode, varactor diode, tunnel diode, like that so many diodes are there. We discussed about the variants of the diodes. Next we discussed about the numbering, how we can give the numbering of the diode. What are the identification of the diodes we discussed. After that we discussed about the identification of leads, how we identify the leads of the PN junction diode. So what we how we identify means by using the a band on the device, or a dot or a block overspread head is there. By using that we identify the leads. And also we discussed about the specification. The specifications are peak inverse voltage, maximum forward bias voltage, reverse saturation current, and also we discussed about the maximum power rating, and so on, and so on we discussed. After the specification we discussed about the different application of the PN junction diode, where we are using these diodes we discussed, and so on. So that we completed the formation of the PN junction diode, working of the PN junction diode, specification of the PN junction diode, applications of the PN junction diode. Thank you.